Back in 2018, LEGO released an X-wing, and this wasn't any X-wing. This is one of the best. This is one that most consider the staple, the standard, and we've gone downhill from there, unfortunately. We're talking about the 2018 X-wing. This is set number 75218, 730 pieces. This went for $80, $79.99 in the US in 2018 when this was released. Now, before we jump greatly into high detail here, there was a bit of controversy around these new helmet molds, and I don't know if this was the exact first set to get these or what it was, but LEGO tried their hand at these helmet molds, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm a big fan. And you know, that might be controversial, but I really like the way they look. When you watch Star Wars and they put on these big helmets, and you know they're large, like they are large, they're really big in the movies, and I feel like these look adequate on the minifigures. That being said, let's take a look at the minifigures. This first minifigure we're looking at here, Luke Skywalker. The white on the vest, or the chest print that's on the front and the back, is a slight orangish pink color due to them printing white on a darker color. But the overall print is fantastic. I mean, great detail. Lines are sharp and crisp. Really nice figure. Luke does have two face prints, so a kind of smirking happy as well as a frowning face. Now Luke has his own custom helmet here. It does have the Rebel logos with the red stripe and whatnot. Really, really nice printing. Surprisingly enough, by LEGO, they actually nailed it. The printing is not off on this one somehow. Really like this Luke figure. I've got so many Lukes in my collection. Moving on to the Biggs figure. This has the exact same torso and leg printing as Luke. His helmet does have a different print, which is like this checkered flag print, which looks really nice. And then he also has two faces, which funny enough, one's happy and the other one is like focused or kind of angry. Not entirely sure, maybe he's got a little bit of a snarl. Also a pretty good figure, looks pretty nice. And then we've got your astromech droids here. So first we'll go ahead and look at R2-Q2, the silver astromech. The print on this one is pretty good, guys. It's almost right on. You know, LEGO can never get these right on. Just the front printing, nicely detailed, and the head print, pretty standard for an astromech. And then we've got R2-D2, and as you can tell on mine, it's wonky, just like every other R2-D2. So I don't know if that's just a really hard printing process to get quite right, but apparently in QC, this is good enough. And the rest of R2-D2 detail is pretty standard for R2-D2. Overall, good astromechs. I know people complained about the price. This was $80 US, and I was like, that's too expensive, make it cheaper. But man, LEGO they were in their prime. This was the pinnacle of size to scale to detail. They nailed it with this set, and it's really sad to see. I mean, yes, I get it that we're going smaller to save money so people can afford it a little more, but the collector in me really likes the detail and the scale that we had going on 2018 and 2019 and 2020, and then now in 2023 when I'm filming this, we've got small version of the Slave One, small version of the X-wing, small version of the TIE Fighter, and I don't mind them. I probably need to own them before I can give my exact opinions on them, but this was the pinnacle of the scale. I mean, it feels nice in the hands, it flies well, so, and let's say we need to go to attack position. Look at that, fluid, easy. You just push it up. You want to close it, boom. You want to push it up, you just push it up. No more gear twisting on the back, it's just this little lever on top, bam, done. So convenient. There is lots of play in this, and it holds really well. So I mean, if you want to grab it from the bottom and fly it, you want to grab it from the behind and fly it, which I think most people, this is how they're going to hold it. In attack mode here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different shooter/stud shooters and spring-loaded shooters on this guy, which just so many options. I mean, you can. That one flopped. That's a little unfortunate. There is ample ammunition. You want to try to take on the TIE Fighters. You want to take on anything. I mean, this guy's got it for you. But just every little piece, when LEGO said only the best is good enough, these are the type of sets that I imagine that LEGO would want to produce. Every little detail, every little sticker. On the bottoms of the S foils, there is detail. How great is that? They put stickers on the bottom of the ship. LEGO never does that. They never put stickers on the bottom of the ship. You'll never see the bottom of the ship. I mean, you're gonna have it displayed like this on a stand, and it's just gonna, you know, look cool. And yet there are stickers on the bottom. So this really was the pinnacle of Lego Star Wars. And I feel like the possibility to get back to here is possible, but I also feel like we're at a point of no return where Lego is focused on hitting their quotas and sales numbers. So they're bringing down the piece counts. They're bringing down, you know, the detail that you get. And a lot of new sets show that. I mean, the T6 shuttle from Ahsoka, it's less pieces. The price is down, so it's not as good. The size isn't as good. And that's the problem we're starting to run into, is they're hitting that quota and they're not getting the best. There's so many good details to talk about. I mean, we got the greebling in the back here behind the S-foils and the engines. I called them boosters before, they're engines. Now, the only place you're not gonna really see any detail is inside the S-foils, and that's where they connect. But to be honest, it's not really necessary. I mean, I have no complaints. Even though it's just the bottom of plates, that looks fine. There's really no issue there whatsoever. And even if you were to remove the spring-loaded and the stud shooters, the model still looks amazing. But the amount of play that they put into this set, and then the amount of detail they put into this set, is insurmountable. If you don't love stickers, 10 stickers on this set, that adds a fair amount of detail, but you do have the printed windscreen, which this is the X-wing windscreen that they've been using for a little bit now. It looks great. I mean, it just looks fantastic. And then the landing, you know, they don't have all the landing gear, but go to set her down, and she does, she lands. It works. It's not insane, but it works well. I really can't sing the praise of this set enough. If you guys didn't pick it up, I think you really did miss out. I do want to pick up the new one just to compare them. Let me know if you want to see comparison. I know a lot of people have comparisons, and I'm a little late to the game, but that doesn't mean I don't want to do it. You take something like this TIE Fighter, which was from the Solo film. I think the greatest play scale TIE Fighter they've made to date, just absolutely phenomenal. And you pair it next to something like this X-wing, and the scale works so well. Just a phenomenal TIE Fighter. Love it. Do you guys own this X-wing? For me personally, I think everything that went into this was very much so worth $80 in the US. It was great fun to build. It's great for display. The only thing that's kind of annoying is this little piece on the bottom. I don't know, it's to put the X-foils back in, but when you're trying to grab it and use it to fly, it gets a little in the way, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. What do you think of it? For me as a collector, I just want to pick up the best sets. I don't want all the sets, I want the best sets. This overall set for me, guys, I would rate this a 9.7 for me. I mean, this is phenomenal. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure that like and subscribe button would greatly appreciate it. I'll catch you guys later.